Yo, we live. You're now listening to Volume 30, son. Volume 30 of the Bucket Up Podcast. You know, it's your boy, Ty Doyle, a.k.a. DJ Buttersauce, a.k.a. Tell Your Mom I had a lovely night last night. And I'm here, as always, with the homie, the kid, JB. Was good?
Living good, bro. Milestone episode Dirty 30. Messy Jesse. It flows. It works.
Yo, we
We ethered it.
Volume 30 going on 30, fam.
But yeah, it's your boy, the kid JB. Could have been right last week. Mr. Told You So. Not because I'm always right, but when I'm right, I told you so. I'm living good, man. The weekend's lit. You know how usually most weekends are dedicated to Fat Boy Jesse. I've been rather healthy this weekend with like eating. Shouts to Fries for having strawberries for 77 cents.
You're
And
shouting out to these fire deals at grocery stores right now?
yeah, the block is hot. They had a big ass bag of spinach for $1.99. So yeah, we living good, eating good. So far, man, just been eating good and watching the madness that is the March Madness. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good, bro. As always, you know I'm always at the movies. Shout out to Movie Pass. Also I found out this week Movie Pass is a black-owned business, so everybody, go out there, get you a Movie Pass, and you can go see movies like the homie. But I went and saw Love, Simon with Katie, which is a great movie about it's about a dude coming out in high school and like this whole thing. I mean, there's a lot of like teenage, maybe not even teenage, probably like young, like 20-year-old white girls at the movie theater, and they were giggling hard as fuck. It was a little annoying, but other than that, it was a fire movie. Straight up.
I feel like that. Like when I go to a kids' movies and I'm mad at the parents for bringing their kids, I'm like, why'd you bring them here?
Oh yeah, I do that every time. Like
I want to enjoy this movie.
every time me and Katie go to a movie and there's kids there, and I hear a kid like chirp up, and I'm like, yo man, who the fuck brings a kid to the movies at Finding Nemo?
Shout outs to coming out in high school though. There was this dude in my high school that came out in the most unique way. You know how when there was a substitute teacher, there was a lot of sign-in sheets, so the teacher can name who cut class or not.
Right.
And this kid, I'm not gonna say his last name, but I have to say his first name in order to tell the story. We all pretty much knew at this point, but it was around like sophomore year or some shit. And he writes on the attendance sheet, instead of his regular name, Jose, he writes Gay Jose. And the girl in front of him is like, "Why'd you write Gay Jose?" Like in front of the whole class.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Damn, why'd you have to tell everybody?" It's like, "Whoa,
you wrote Gay Jose."
Yeah, you were about to tell everybody. Like
Right?
the substitute teacher's like, "Is Gay Jose here?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I guess I did see the trailer for that movie, and it looked cool. I'm just not somebody that leaves the house often, so I haven't even seen Star Wars yet. So you think I'm seeing that?
That's true.
You think this movie's next on my list? Probably not.
Oh, dude, we're supposed to be Bucket Hat Boy movie reviewing. You need to get out. Tell you, get Movie Pass, bro.
I will. I heard recently that it's a black-owned business.
Yeah, it is. It's only like $9 a month. You see any movie you want, like a movie a day for like fucking $7 a month or something like that right now. It's kind of crazy.
And you know what's crazy? You know how people say, "I don't have the time." Yeah, that's a lie. I have plenty of time to go see the movie.
Yeah, that is always a lie, bro.
I know. I smack people until they say, "I don't have the time. I wish I had the time."
There's nothing I don't actually have the time for.
I could, yeah. I mean, I could be doing so much more in this world, but
bro, if I tell you that, I'm lying.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. You're not like you're supposed to like call family and friends and shit back home. Like I never do because I just be living my life. But it's really not because I don't have the time. It's just like the act of calling people. That should take way more than it should. You know what I mean?
Do you have a time difference though? We in our defense.
That is true. I get out of work, it'd be dumb late over there. Like I get out of work at 4, it's already like 7 over there.
Yeah, I'm like leaving work and my grandparents are like going to bed. I'm like, all right, well, good night.
Right. My grandma gets up early as shit, so it'd be hard. Weekends though, I really don't have an excuse, so
Yeah. So stop telling people you don't have the time. I think that's pretty much we covered that last week and talking about giving bad excuses not to show up to something.
Yeah,
If you don't have the time, just that's a key inclination that they don't want to go.
right. I think people just be into their own shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is fine. But anyway, so that's cool, man. That's legit. You go to the movies every weekend. Maybe I'll just get a movie pass and go with you.
Word. Let's go, man. And then what else I do this weekend? I went to brunch. Had brunch at the Homie Espos. That was cool. There was a dog there that smelled terrible, but it was still cool. uh,
What kind of? First of all, what'd you cook at the brunch?
uh, well, we had all types of shit. We had like eggs. People, people brought stuff out the waffle maker. So there's waffles, scrambled eggs, bacon, maple sausage. Somebody had like these pancake skewers. We had fucking fruit salad. Uh, what else was there? Alcohol. There's a lot of shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what makes brunch brunch is I think the
Yeah,
alcohol. Because other than that, you just named breakfast to me.
yeah, dude. It was crazy. And then we went to Katie's family's house later to celebrate her grandma's birthday and shit. We were eating like homemade pizzas and shit. So it was cool. It was a cool day. Cool weekend. Chilling.
Shout out to
Watching these
shout
and watching these NCAA games and shit.
But yeah, my bracket is somewhat busted. I'm now just kind of focused on like people around me in my pool just losing, and I'm turned into a hater. But I've accepted that role, so
Oh
it's
yeah.
cool.
That's what's up, because I haven't even looked at my brackets in like a week. So like fuck that. I don't really care no more.
But yeah, man. So getting to it, I know something that's hot right now is like the transition of musicians interluding to entertainment. Like Gambino's hot right now with Atlanta.
Mhm.
I think he's going as Donald Glover now, right?
Nah, I think it's both too.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, there's that. But you were talking about how like we live in a age where I mean celebrities have a high influence beyond their platform, like their organic platform. I guess like an actor being a movie is like where their voice kind of excels. Um, and you were talking about like should musicians stick to just fucking being rock stars and shitting on us and flying private jets and shit, or should they get involved in the community?
Oh, it's not even like uh, I don't even mean it like what they actually do. Like if they do stuff in the community, that's cool. Like I'm not against that. I mean like what type of music do you prefer to listen to? Like would you rather cuz would you rather hear like rappers for Austin for instance, or like I guess Rockstar if you fuck with rock. Would you rather hear them talk about like cool rapper shit that you can like aspire to do, or like shit that you just want people to just stun out here, or do you like want them to make like conscious rap or conscious music where like they're doing stuff to to talk about societal issues? Cause like I don't know, I get a little back and forth because like one, sometimes I just want to hear shit that bangs, and I just want to hear what I mean, dudes who can like really rap, that can like even if they're just rapping about shit that's like dumb like that, like money and cars and shit, and like balling. Like sometimes I just want to hear that shit, and I don't want to hear dudes rap about like social issues because like I just to me it's like I as much as like they might know about stuff and like they can research, but like I don't know if I really should we really be out here trusting like fucking what I mean, Young Thug or like any rapper, even Kendrick Lamar, to be out here fucking reading all these Ta-Nehisi Coates books and fucking reading up on history and making sure he and making sure he knows everything and all these societal problems, and like because there's no way he's reading up and like learning like all these things. Like he's not getting a fucking sociology degree while still like creating albums. Like that's just impossible. So it's not like I mean these dudes probably aren't like the best sources for that. You know what I mean?
No, but I mean, if anything, it's a way for them to express art or kind of expand their craft a little bit. I mean, Wu Tang, in a very rough edged way, explained about like community restoration and what's going on in society
Right,
and shit
right,
like
right.
that. But I will say, back when back in our day, when there was cassettes, bro, there was the A track and the B track, and the A track was more of the radio hits, and the B track was the shit that the artist wanted to speak on.
Right? Yeah.
So I think we've lost that now with digital music because it's all on the gallery or all on the cloud or whatever the track is. To me, yeah, like when I'm at the gym, yeah, I want to just hear Biggie talking about, I don't want to rape you. I just want the paper, the Visha, Capisha. I'm out like the vapor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I just want to get my lifts on. But like, when I'm at the crib smoking weed, I do want to hear, I do want to hear a little bit about some like, maybe some Logic, spreading news about, depression or anxiety awareness or even I don't know. Who's a social rapper right now? Probably like like Russ always spoke on shit like that, even though I don't know why he's widely hated, but I think his music's pretty cool.
Who are you talking about?
Russ.
Oh yeah, Russ. Russ kind of gets the him and Post Malone kind of getting that same thing that's going on where like I don't know, like I get I thought some of the music was dope too, but then it's kind of like he like the same thing with Post Malone where he kind of alluded to it's supposedly being harder for a white dude in rap, and it's like, all right, bro, you're like top charting it right now, Post Malone. I don't know how you can really say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he shit on rap by saying like rap's not the music to listen to or go to. It's like, all right, you lost me, man. I'm confused.
I think what it is with Russ, people getting that same kind of vibe with him, and like I can see it a little bit. So like I get why people are kind of hating on, and then people hate on Logic too, but it's like it's just like a little bit of different reasons for it. But nah, like I don't mind that stuff. Like it's cool, but like there's no time when I'm really gonna put on that Logic song because that's just not my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not that he shouldn't make the song, but it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna listen to it because to me it's like that's not meant for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's only so much like gang banging, money, girls, like weed and liquor you can rap about. I mean, sometimes it's cool when they rap about societal shit.
Right. And that's what I like J. Cole too because he tells stories like that. But like that's what I'm thinking. Like it depends. I guess it depends on what kind of mood you're in. One, but two, it's just my main thing is when dudes do talk about that shit and then people go in and they fucking like analyze the people like about how wrong they are about those certain things, and it's just like, bro, like there's no way you should expect these motherfuckers to be thought leaders on this subject when they're also just rappers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I think it goes both ways though, but because like if something goes down in one of those rappers' communities, I do want to hear from that rapper because they're like the leader, or if anything, they got out of what seems to be that trouble-filled area.
Right. If they're just rapping about their environment, sure. I'm just talking about like if they were trying to tackle like other stuff in terms of like, you know what I mean? Like societal problems that like even if they weren't really a part of it, that they just like they thought a little bit about it, but that don't mean that they thought that hard or they read up on it. You know what I mean?
That's like what's it called? There's two examples that come to mind would be, I guess I'll give a West and East Coast example, would be Rage Against the Machine. They started like two of them became like these hardcore conservatives and started like, producing music that was like anti-government and like anti-tyranny and all this shit, Mm-hmm. And then East Coast, I'll even bring it home to the Beastie Boys. When they released their new album, it was about like post 9/11 and how like the government's shady and shit like that. And everyone's like, all right, man, go back to like tell me it's like I can fight to my right to party. You know what I
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, I think my main thing is people are like, yeah, I don't really like these. Like, and again, like, there's reasons why you shouldn't like Lil Pumps and like, you know what I mean, Young Thugs and all those people. But it's like, I want people who talk about real shit. And it's like, you know what? I'm kind of cool that Young Thug isn't telling me about, isn't rapping about fucking like the shit that's going on in Haiti or some shit, or like, you know what I mean? He's not telling me about the government. Like, I kind of don't want to hear that from Young Thug. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not at all.
Like, I don't want to know what Young Jock thinks about that.
I don't want.
Remember the fucking the Dave Chappelle stand up? He was like, they're asking Ja Rule like opinion on shit, and it's like, who's like, yo, this shit just happened. Let's see what Ja Rule thinks.
We gotta speak to Ja.
Yeah, it's like,
we gotta speak to Ja.
Right? Like I'm cool if people advocate for what they believe in, and like if you have like a certain, like with the thing with the Logic thing is like, I'm sure he's dealt with that, so he's rapping from the heart about that. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to hear rappers try to like go out of pocket for that shit. You know what I mean?
And yeah, I mean, with that being said, people are on and off when it comes to like celebrities speaking about social injustice, or I mean, things that are obviously hot on the political stove. Where are you at with that, man? Because like, we're all 10% trash hypocrites. And I mean, when a celebrity talks about something I agree with, I'm like, yeah, of course. And the celebrity that talks about something I'm not cool with, I'm like, man, just make movies, bro.
Right. Yeah. That's why I tend not to be, even though what I just said before, I was saying like I don't want to hear that, but I'm never gonna be like, yo, don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, go back and dribble, or like stick to making music. Like, if let's say you follow them, like, I don't get why people do that. Like, you follow this person on Twitter, and then they say something on Twitter that you don't like, you be like, yo, just go back to making like music. Like, you didn't follow them on Twitter so that, like, because they're not gonna rap the bars to you in tweets. You know what I mean? Like, you followed them on Twitter because you thought they were cool and you wanted to see what they had to say all the time.
Yeah.
So like, you can't really, like, I get if you like, so if they say some fucked up shit and you just, you know, you unfollow them, but like that shit where you're like, yo, you gotta shut up. Like, that's kind of dumb. But like the recent thing that happened was like Killer Mike was on a fucking he was on a fucking NRA TV thing, like advocating for gun rights. But like, I feel like what he said wasn't really like crazy in terms of like him saying that he didn't want, or it got a little misconstrued because I think they cut some of his part. But he was saying after that, he was just saying like he doesn't think black people should like give up like gun rights. But like, that's never been like the argument for anybody. You know what I mean? They were just like, yo, we want sensible gun laws, like to do with like assault weapons. You know what I mean?
The part,
and like he went on NRA TV to try to do that, and it just like came off like fucked. And it's like, bro, what the hell were you doing? You know what I mean?
The part he lost me is where he was trying to say he agreed with that crazy head Dana Lash or whatever, which is like the spokeswoman, and she was saying how like white woman tears are ratings, which, you know, we can agree with that. Like, you know, obviously it's more emotional when a white family loses somebody opposed to, you know, black people.
There's just more white people, so technically more people are connecting with that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm saying like the ratings sell, like, you know, they don't, obviously, you know. But what I was gonna say was his idea of like, you know, a slippery slope, like, oh, well, if we give into this, like, then a form of our freedom's taken away. It's like, bruh, understand that like no one has said we need to take all the guns away. Like,
right.
Not at all, son. All we're saying is, I personally, this is my stance. I think police and law enforcement are the only ones that should have automatic weapons.
I don't even know if police should have them.
Okay, so law enforcement. I'm sorry, military.
Yeah.
When it comes to the casual gun, like a pistol, you have the right to protect yourself and keep it at the house. If someone breaks in your house, then yeah, you could, you know, blast them. But you don't need to bring that to Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all I'm at with it. I'm not telling that they need to knock on your door and be like, yo, hand the gun over. I'm not trying to disarm the good guy with the gun or whatever. All I'm saying is, bro, nobody needs to walk into Dick's Sporting Goods and like, yo, well, let me get that M16. All right, bet.
Right, because you're not using it to hunt.
Right, and you don't even, you know, hunting's lame in its own, but that's, you know, that's a different argument. But that's just where I'm at, man. And the NRA TV has got it fucked up, and the NRA in itself.
My thing is though, is like, I don't like when people like, it's just funny, like, yo, it's a slippery slope. Like you take away one small concession, then who knows? And they taking all the guns away, and it's like, bro, how does that work for anything? Like there's like literally the way our constitution has worked is that they've made like small concessions. Like there's small concessions to free speech. Like you can't say bomb on an airplane, my guy. Like that's a limit of free speech. You can't swear on TV. That's a limit of free speech. You know what I mean? Like you can't yell fire at a fucking movie theater. Like that's a limit to free speech. But it's like we were like, yeah, we should probably install that because one, that's probably not going to hurt overall free speech, and two, like that's just better for people. Like so people don't get trampled at a fucking movie theater, or you know what I mean, or like get scared to death on a plane. You know what I mean?
Dude, there used to be a thing called lawn darts that you just literally throw at the ground and try and get in the ring and get points. It had 4 deaths related to it. They banned lawn darts, and there hasn't been a death to lawn darts since.
Right?
So the whole argument that
the freedom all the time, bro. Like they ran a plane into a building and niggas got to take off their shoes at the goddamn airplane, like the airport now, bro. Like we do this shit. This is what we do. Like motherfuckers die. You kind of gotta rethink what you doing to prevent that shit. This is simple.
People are stupid as shit. Like, yo, you think cars always had seatbelts? Like, nah, they installed them because they're like, yo, we figured out, this kinetic energy shit or whatever the fuck it is, stored energy. Motherfuckers are flying through the windshield. Maybe we can invent something to prevent that. Oh,
right.
A seatbelt, and now it's
yo, no,
it's
a slippery slope, bro. You put in a seatbelt, eventually, car's gonna be made out of bubble wrap.
Next, the cars gonna be driving themselves. See,
all right, what the fuck? Yeah, see, it's just dumb. But I mean, again, to him, it's like there is a hypocritical value to it because it is like as soon as a celeb says something that I like, I'm like, I bet I rock with you. But then they don't. I'm like, fuck that. But it's like, I mean, that's normal. Isn't that what people do in real life? Like somebody like I don't know, like because I go back and forth. Like people should be able to disagree and be okay with each other. But then again, there's like certain things that you disagree about that you're like, nah, like fuck that. You know what I mean?
It's like I feel like a lot of
thresholds.
Well, I'm saying, there's thresholds, but there's arguments that people will be like, "Oh, see," and like the way they finalize it is like, "See, this celebrity agrees with me, so this makes it more valid." It's like I don't give a fuck. Like
this is me back to like this celeb isn't some expert in this field. You know what I mean?
Like I think it's cool that Alec Baldwin has a fire Trump, impression and. He has like the funniest like insults about him and shit. But at the end of the day, like I'm not like, yo, Alec Baldwin, you should be the president, like
right, exactly. Again, these people aren't like when it comes to like this normal shit that like everybody has an opinion on, but like these celebs are no different than any of us because like they're not experts in it and they only have opinion based off of their like the way that they live their life. That's literally it. So you know what I mean? Like you might agree with them, but I don't mean that they're some sort of expert. But nah, it's just kind of wild. But like what I was saying before though, it's like I know there's like certain things that people disagree, and you kind of like gun control is probably not one of those things where I'm like I'm not gonna be like I don't fuck with this person because like they disagree with me on that. But for the most part, I think people like most people in America, if you like look at polls, they have the same sentiment. They want like restrictions on who can get guns, and you know what I mean, and more like tougher ways for that. But like the way the NRA kind of spins it is that like they try to make it to the extreme of taking all the guns away, so that like there's a divide in it, but it's like nobody's saying that, and most people actually agree with the limitations that people want. Like, oh, yo, don't let people who are mentally unstable get guns. You know what I mean? Or like maybe we shouldn't make it as easy to buy a gun as like going to a gun show and like there's no background checks. You know what I mean? Like most people are like against that stuff, but they try to spin it into like it's some divide or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's the part that I don't understand is like, they don't see that we're just like, nah, babe, no one said take the whole guns away. Like Obama, shouts to the God, had like a talk towards the tail end of his terms, and someone was like, made that wet ass argument of like, oh, why are you gonna take away, the good people or punish the good people with the guns opposed to the bad? It's like and he said, under my terms, guns have been sold the most, you know. So if anything, like
Right.
there's been more gun sales around me than anything. So if anything, like it's impossible for me to take away guns when there's been more sold. Two, it's like, dude, it's like drunk driving. It's like I'm sure there's other people that are good at drinking and driving, but other people fucked it up for them, so now they can't drink and drive. You know,
Right. And it's like it's not worth it.
right? And it's like there's no benefit from it, and there's nothing restricting or like depriving of you or rights wise. Like if you can't go to Walmart with an M16, like what the fuck you going to Walmart
Right.
for
Or
with
you
an
can't
M16?
stockpile weapons. It's like, bro, you don't. How many of those you need? You know what I mean? Like, I don't. How many you need? But I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the thing that's crazy about this whole is like, fuck. I literally just lost my whole train of thought.
Oh, we were talking about, you know, the gun control of celebrities. You know, thinking the extreme that we just want to take all the guns away, and we're just looking for just like minor regulations. It starts with
I was gonna say the thing that's crazy is that one chick. What was her name? Dana something. Who? I mean, I guess it
Lash.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck, it don't matter. She when she had those things like all these like the media loves when this happens because all the like they can film like white people tears and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, bro, the NRA loves when this shit happens because as soon as they got a Republican, this happens every time when they get a Republican like president or something in office, like gun sales go down because there's no panic that somebody can take away their guns. So, but the only time that gun sales go up are like right after these massacres where people are shooting people because they think that this might result in somebody taking away their guns. So people rush to go buy guns. So like, you know, like really enjoys when this shit happens too, the fucking NRA. You know what I mean? So like because they just have a cycle of yo, this shit happens, then they sell more guns, and then they like stoke more fear so that people like go out and get more guns, and they're like combating them actually taking away like rights and laws, and they just rinse and repeat that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then get away because then comes the conspiracy theorists that are like, yo, they do it on purpose.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, I'm not in the.
I know.
Yeah, I think they're just opportunists thing.
I don't know, man. I could talk forever about gun control, dude, because like obviously, like you said, it's rinse and repeat.
Gun control. The Mike was just one. He says we're just. I guess it all ties in. I rather unless I really musician and smart as shit. I'd rather hear raps about either how they're or some banging shit that I could bang out in the club or in the whip. And like celebs can talk about politics, but like I feel like we all should not take it as serious as we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and when they do, I mean, they're regular people too, so they have the right to vote. They have a voice. They can express their opinion. Obviously, they have a platform, so it goes farther than, you know, the racist person on Twitter with like a dog as their, you know, avatar.
Oh, dog, Abby Twitter, bro, run away.
Yeah. Their bio is like resist the emails though. It's like jeez. Yeah. But anyway, man, switching topics, getting a little lighter here. What about we were talking about not asking the celebrities to talk about shit, asking people for, you know, what we asked for and shit. You ever ask somebody to do a favor for you and they end up doing a terrible job? So you have to end up not only pretend you don't have the heart to tell them they did a shitty job, so you got to pretend to thank them. And then once you pretend to thank them, you got to finally now do the task.
I feel like that sounds like what my mom thinks when she used to tell us to do shit.
I guess that's true. I sound like my mom right there. But nah, the best example was going back to the wedding, man. Was like I was asking one of the friends of the family, like, hey, can you get a picture of me and FIFA and my mom? And she's like, yeah. And homegirl could just not figure out how to use the fucking phone, man. Just push the button, take the picture, you know? And she's taking like not old, you know, like I don't know, 50 something.
So
that's not, you can figure out how to use a fucking camera. You just press the button, especially when I say, yo,
I'm telling you, man, some people not in his grade, they're not as good with the technology. We born with this. We're molded by it.
I literally
You
said,
know?
push this button. Like, come on. So then she's taking forever, and FIFA's hilarious. She's like, we need a new photographer, Jesse. And I was like, I know. So then she's like, starts giving her the excuse. She's like, oh, I'm usually better with iPhones. I'm like, Ma, give her the iPhone. And I'm laughing now. And she's like, are you laughing at me? I was like, nah, my phone. And I had to make a fucking, excuse because I was laughing at her. And I was like, nah, my phone just acts up and gives everybody trouble. Ha ha ha. And long story short, we're going through all the pictures, bro, and they're blurry as shit. She has like her finger on the
Fuck.
lens. One picture she has, it's just a picture of our feet. I'm like, where'd you get that one? Um, so yeah, man, you ever have a situation like that? Like, yeah, somebody to help you out with something, and they done fucked it up, and now you're 2 steps back.
I mean, only time again is with my mom's like. Remember, my mom be like, "Yo, go," and then you go look for it, and you couldn't find it. And she's like, "I swear to God, if I look, and I find that shit." It's like, bro, if that's the case, you should have looked in the first place. What the fuck?
Why'd you ask me if you already knew where it was?
Right. Exactly.
So
But nah,
yeah.
it's kind of funny. Like I'm sure parents have that shit all the time with kids. But no, I think there was a similar time with the photos because me, Trav, Katie, Aubrey, and like Katie's cousin, Sarah, and her fiance now, Kyle. Like we all went, and like the homies Matt and Meech and all them went out to Top Golf like a couple of months ago, and we were trying to get a picture. And like this old lady who worked there, like tried to take it, and she took 5 of the worst pictures that I've ever seen. You know how chicks be pictures. It was like, yo, make sure you get the feed, and like, you know what I mean. And it was like times look good, but it was like really you could tell she was old. She didn't know what she was doing, and so we're like, all right, yeah, thanks. And then she just like walked off.
Yeah.
And then we ended up having to do like put like Trav's phone up against like he just took it with his Apple Watch. Like we had to do it like that. Like we had to take it stealthy with his Apple Watch so we can get like the actual right picture.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
You guys,
like, I don't know if I've ever.
You already decided, like, all right, let's just pretend the pose until she's done, and then we'll be, That's funny, dude. Because when we, this week, shouts to the job, they sent us to a spring training baseball game, and there's an area where if you don't have tickets, you can like stand right behind the line without passing that line. And we specifically asked security, like, yo, can we stand here just to take a picture, And so it's awkward because we had to take like 4 or 5 pictures. And the whole time we're getting heckled by the people like, oh, I thought you can't stand there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sir, what grade are you in? Like, we're obviously matching shirts. We're here for a work event. We're taking the one photo, getting the fuck out the way. Sir, these tickets were like $8. You should have bought a ticket. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like, fuck out of here.
Fucking, yeah, get that dude out of here. I'm glad it's spring training over with. I'm tired of the traffic.
It's next week it starts, but might as well hand it over 28 rings from the New York Yankees. Let's do it.
We're not even starting to do this.
162 games, bucket up, baby. We strong as ever. New York Yankees. We come back swinging.
Yeah,
trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Ty's favorite sport is baseball. His number one. He's got season tickets, just like a season pass to the. He's lying to y'all. He doesn't have a movie pass. It's season tickets to the Diamondbacks.
That's terrible. That sounds terrible. That's just a waste of money. Last time I went to a Diamondbacks game, I fell asleep, by the way.
Ty hates baseball.
No, I mean Mets are technically my team, but it's like
Ty hates baseball.
Yeah, I don't care. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other times I've ever had somebody do something for me, and I was just like, nah. Like, have you ever like that one shitty person in a group project? Yeah, I mean, there's like, I don't even know how to. You like the work. It's like, we can type this up. Somebody math, and then what? I'm not even really good with words, so somebody else should probably do the typing. And like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm alright with math, but like, I'm kind of failing, so I shouldn't probably do that either.
There's the one person in the group project that comes back. They're like, all right, yo, did you do your assignment, the part that we asked you, though? He's like, oh, nah, I don't have a laptop. It's like, bro, you're in college, bro. Like, this is not even a group project thing no more. Like, you're in college.
Like you should
Yeah.
have a fucking laptop. But like I remember just like every time like that one person who didn't do anything in the group project, you just made them because if you had to present at the end, you just made that person present everything. Like that's how you. That's what you just do. You just like, you didn't do shit the whole time. You definitely about to just present. Like
Yeah.
nobody else has to talk, just you.
Shouts to ASU when I had a couple of like football players in the classes. Like obviously they missed class like all week due to practice and shit. And they'd be in a group project and they'd be like, all right, so what do I gotta say? And you could obviously tell that they just learned like what the fuck the group did. And they're like, yeah, so we volunteered, and it was a great experience.
Bro, they're reading off the PowerPoint hard as shit.
Yeah, they're like reading the wrong person's like somebody else's name. They're like, yeah,
right.
so I'm Sarah, and I'm glad that we did this project.
Right? They're looking at mad hard at the words because they don't recognize them because they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, yeah, mitochondriosis. It's like, all right, man, fuck, you can't even do this. But that'd be it. And you're like, they try to pretend. Like, I don't know if it's somebody competent or like, what's worse though? If you got a group project, somebody who's like literally just trash at everything, or that person who was lazy and like pretended to be trash at everything so they didn't have to do anything. Because they're equally as frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, anything that makes you go back and do the work double is frustrating.
All right.
So I had a situation where I almost got expelled from ASU.
Why?
First of all, we had like one of those go-getters, you know, like those women that were like 40-something coming back to college with kids, like trying to be like, yeah, I can finish this, you know. So she was like that type, and she was a go-getter in the spec that every project she's like, oh, I'll type it up, I'll do the extra work, I'll do this, I'll do that. And
okay, well, that doesn't sound terrible.
Until, you know, I was with my boy David in this group. You know, we smoked like sports, so we're like, fuck it, the less work, the better for us. It was senior year, we were checking out.
Right.
So then they're like, hey, can group 4 stay after class? And we're like, that's us. Fuck. And she's like, who wrote the paper? And we're all like, oh, it's a team effort. We all did. Why? What's up? And she's like, it's plagiarized. And we're like, oh, that was Lydia. She wanted to do the whole assignment herself, and you know, we told her now we're a team effort, but she took it upon herself, man. So just her. And the teacher's like, all right, I thought that because Lydia luckily wasn't there that day. So she's like, I'm gonna give you the chance to rewrite it, but don't have her help like at all. And we're like, all right, bet.
So did they get her up out of there?
Well, when it came back to the assignment, like Lydia's like, all right, let me know when I can help. And we're like, we'll let you know. And luckily we were able to get the grade back. But yeah, we were bugging.
You guys are like, yeah, it's a team effort before she could tell you what was wrong.
Yeah,
you should have known when she kept you asking, like, yo, who wrote the paper? Like, yeah, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, for some reason we thought it was like, oh, this is like the best paper you ever seen or something, like.
Right, try to take the credit until you're like, oh, she fucked up. Never mind.
Yeah.
Also, random interjection. I'm like, the news is on for some reason, and it's got this motherfucker spinning with cassette tapes, and I'm like, what? He's like, he's DJing, and like instead of like the records on the side, he has 2 boom boxes with like the cassette part opening, and he's like putting his thumb in the middle of the cassette tapes and like twisting them to spin, and I'm like, that's not even that fucking cool, and you just made the whole experience harder.
Hey man, it's track A, track B. He's trying to get the street.
Like, what the fuck?
Trying to get the street hits.
Like, dog, this ain't that cool, bro. Just stream the goddamn music. It's okay.
Turn the news on, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, that shit's wild. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, speaking of news. Speaking of news, who's gonna get the hands, bro? Joe Biden or Trump?
Bro, we already know, man. Come on, man. How tall is Joe Biden? I feel like he's pretty tall. Isn't he like 6'5", something? 6'6"?
I think he's shorter than Trump, to be real. Trump's tall as fuck. Trump's like 6'5", 6'4". I think.
No. Didn't Trump lie though about his height?
You're right. He could be standing on shoe boxes like this whole time.
Right. He said he was. Trump said he was like 6'5" and like 215.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, shouts to my boy Tony. He's always like the devil's advocate when it comes to my political posts. Even though he rocks with me on the same political spectrum, but he just likes to be that guy. But anyway, he is my guy, so shouts to him. But no, I said like obviously Biden would watch him, because Trump's pulling the bone spurs, and he's like, well, technically he's got asthma. I'm like, bro, give me Biden without his inhaler, and Trump like 20 years younger, Biden would still watch him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I guess I just looked it up. Trump's 6'3" and Biden 6 foot. But I guess that doesn't really matter. But still,
Nah,
it's like, bro, come on, fam. You see how out of shape Trump is,
bruh. And he's so fadeable and fragile that he wouldn't even have to swing. He would just have to like put his chest out, and he's taking the L.
bro. If you think Trump can beat Biden, just look up that video of Trump getting scared of the bird.
Or dodging the grab 5 times.
Oh shit! Yeah, he don't want no smoke, bro.
He doesn't.
Which we already know. This is the same dude who said he would have ran up in the building with a even if he didn't have a gun, if there's a shooter happening.
And he doesn't. Yeah, and he doesn't even know how to talk shit. Biden said twice he wants to take him behind the gym, and Trump's like, he wants to bring me behind the barn. It's like, no one said barn, bro. You don't even know it's a fight.
Right, like he's ever seen a barn, fam. Come on, dog.
But yeah, shouts to the 22nd Amendment, which would allow Joe Biden to run for president and Barack Obama be his vice president. So let's wrap it up. Let's get that popping. All
right, let me just ask you: if you were president of the United States, why the hell would you want to be the vice president of the United States?
The same reason why, if you've been a head coach, the same reason you become a defensive coordinator at some point.
Nah, they don't do that shit because they want to.
Hell yeah, bro. It's
bro.
Yeah, it's more work to be a head coach than it is to be a defensive coordinator. Hell yeah. Bill Callahan.
Every time that those dudes go from being a head coach to a coordinator, what happens right before then? Them niggas got fired. That's what happened. It's not because they were like, yo, you know what? This head coach and shit is not for me. I'm gonna step down and become a fucking coordinator.
Well, that's because the team. Yeah, but they still get the job though. And there's but hey, there's some dudes that could be a head coach right now that are damn well happy being a DC or a coordinator. Like,
but they're not like, yo, I was a head coach. Now I'm like, you know what I mean? Like now I don't want another head coaching job. I want to be a fucking coordinator. Like
I bet you if you at least asked one of them, they're like, nah, I don't want to do the head coach no more. I did that before.
Maybe, but I'm just saying.
That's Obama. He's like, yeah, I did the whole shit.
That's not Obama. Why are you putting that on him, bro?
And second of all, bro, there's no cap on being a head coach in the NFL. That's different.
Exactly. It's a completely. Well, you brought up the analogy. It's a completely different thing.
Okay.
I was just saying, most of the time, if you're a head coach, they go to a coordinator because they got fired, and they only being a coordinator so they can be a head coach again. So
I think they want to be in football
because he ain't gonna be the vice president because he could be the fucking president again. He can't. So he's like, yeah, nah, Biden, you can just find somebody else.
Well, I think that's stupid. Might as well, if he can get in the paint somehow, let's get at least 1 foot in.
Why the hell would he want to do that, man? You see how carefree Obama was in those vacation pictures? He out here smiling, fucking having a great time. Like him and Michelle just cooling. He's like, he don't want to go back to that shit. I wouldn't.
I know.
I wouldn't even.
But we need some sort of savior, bro.
Yeah, I know. We can just have Biden and somebody else.
Fine, Biden or Elizabeth Warren.
Or somebody else. I don't even care. At this point, as long as you know, gotta get people up out of the paint.
Yeah, well, whatever. I
speaking of
we disagree with that one. Give me fucking give me Obama as a fucking vice president.
I mean, if he'd do it, I'm cool with it. I'm just telling you, there's no way he wants to do that.
We're at the White House, and
0%.
We're at the White House, and Barack walks up, and you're like, "You really did that, man, vice president? I'm mad at you." I'm like, "Come on, bro."
I'm just telling you, 0% chance that he wants to be vice president. 0. But what was I gonna say? Other internet shit. All these people are coming out bashing your boy Teriyaki 69.
I'm the hottest rapper in New York. Let me tell you. No, you're not.
Yeah, Katie laughed because she's like, "What the fuck? His name's not actually Teriyaki." Was it called like Tekashi?
To break it down for you fools, I know you guys have seen him. He's the dude with the rainbow hair, rainbow teeth. He literally has 69 tattooed everywhere of his body. He doesn't have a single muscle. That's why I don't understand. Like, dudes act so hard, but like he would get washed by like an eighth grader, dude. Like an
Well,
eighth
not.
grader that plays Pop Warner football would
Isn't he supposed to be like in the gang is something? But like none of these other like he's supposed to be blood, right? But none
yeah,
of these known to sap like YG came out and said fuck him, and then
gang.
the game. But I saw somebody tweet though, like as soon as the game tweeted that, it's like, oh, sounds look like Game's coming out with another album. Because that's what he does. As soon as when he's coming out with an album, he just comes out and just starts dissing everybody. Because then that happened, like he hopped on some song before just to dish like Tyga, I want to say, or somebody random, like and had nothing. He just like I'm gonna diss Tyga now, and then and then he did the album. Oh, okay. Now you're dissing Tyga for no reason.
Yeah,
But like all these other people ain't fucking with the dude. But to me, it ain't even all that. Like I know he's like he's saying wild shit on the news, and for some reason he's like wild popular. To me, the problem is he's got rapping.
dude, I don't know why. Like, we're transitioning now to this like idea of like the beat, and as long as like I could bob my head and get nuts.
The beat ain't even that fire, but like it's not even that. He be yelling.
I get my sticky up. I get biggie up. Like I'm like, what is like? Is that Cookie Monster, son? That's
sticky go blicky.
My sticky go blicky go. We ain't hooping. We ain't shooting. Like, yo, what?
Nah, dude, I'm just not about the flow, bro. I know it's like I don't know. People fuck with it, so usually I'm like, yo, people fuck with it. I can't deny it. But I like the dude. The bars ain't there, which is like, you know, that happens. The flow not there. Like, bro, if you ain't got bars or flow, I don't know what we here for.
And dude, at what age are you eventually gonna look at all your tattoos and be like, this was kind of stupid? This was kind of stupid. He has
yeah, dude.
every face tat, neck tat, his fucking eyes are tat. Ugh.
You sound old as shit, but I'm with you.
I know my grandma, the inner Jewish grandma made it sound like that. I don't know.
Right.
I've never really rocked with tats, but I'm never getting a face tat.
See, I don't mind tats, but like, yeah, I don't rock with tats that are ugly. Like, why you getting that ugly shit on your face? Like, bro, that shit's wild.
His face is already ugly.
But like, yo, I'm cool. Like, if you want to get tats, like, make sure that shit's fire, B. That's like, yo, did you see Ben Affleck's like dragon tattoo on his back or whatever?
Oh my god, looks like World of Warcraft or some shit.
Like, bro, what is that? But like, I guess it might be for a movie. But either way, I'm just like, how you that rich and you can't get a good like? It's not even wasn't that it was a terrible. It is a terrible tattoo, but it's like it was terribly drawn. And like, how you that rich and you getting shitty ass tattoos?
It was like one of his homies like, yo, let me do your tat. You promise? He's like, all right,
That's a good ass fucking friend, my guy. Because I'm no. Bro, I'm not unless I see my friend cut like a few heads. I wouldn't even let my friend cut my hair.
Yeah, I mean,
like I got a homie Gil. He cuts. He's fire, so I fuck with him. But
I
had to see him. He had to do some other people's heads before I was like, yeah, you know what? Give me a cut, fam. You know what I mean?
Well, you are gonna respect my brother-in-law's agency when we do the bucket up.
Well, your brother-in-law's at a shop, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we got voucher for him. So I just be mad at both of y'all if you.
We gotta do the barbershop. It's lit because we're gonna do the barbershop edition. I'm gonna get my beard lined up too. So I'm gonna be like, bro, if you fuck my beard up, it's 2 against 1. We scrapping. I don't care if you married in the family. I'm jumping you in. Nah.
You fuss about how you're like, yo, he is just in law though.
We locked the shop. I'm like, yo, Eric, we got a problem.
Yo, ain't nothing worse than that, B.
He probably washes both though. He's a big dude.
You're that's fucking wild. If we still talking about internet shit too, I don't know if you notice that there's been like all these wild SpongeBob memes or whatever on Twitter now.
Talking about being old, you gotta bring me up to speed on them, dog. I don't know shit about them.
I still don't get how you don't know about them. Like SpongeBob's been around forever.
I don't know, man. I know about the premise of SpongeBob, but then like the inside jokes of like, I know the Patrick meme was going hard, doing numbers for a couple weeks, and like that was just because it was more imagery. But this was contextual because you had to actually know the like gimmick or story behind those stores. Or like I know the Krabby Patties where SpongeBob works. but I didn't know the other story.
I just don't. How do you? I mean, like, I feel like I didn't watch SpongeBob religiously, but like I definitely caught. Like I feel like half the damn episodes is about the one dude Plankton from the other restaurant trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula. So like I don't know how you didn't catch any of them episodes.
That sounds like Good Burger.
Basically, but wait, was there a good burger formula? Yeah, that's right.
Ed Sauce.
Yeah, that's right. But it's like
Mondo Burger was trying to take that shit.
It's basically that, I guess. But the chum bucket nobody be fucking with, and then everybody fucks with the Krabby Patty. But like that meme is kind of trash. Like it's dumb. You know what I mean? It's like and they were so overdone. Like a day into it, it's like flat wings are the fucking Krabby Patty and drums are chum bucket. And it's like, first of all wings are fire. Like I prefer drums over flats, but like all wings are still fire.
Yeah. Let's correct that back, because some people thought like I was like, oh shit, you can never have a flat again in your life. Talking about gang, drum gang, shit like that. Respect all wings. All wings matter, dog.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do that, I put like bone-in wings are the Krabby Patty, and then that boneless wing shit, which is just a chicken nugget.
It's just a chicken nugget.
That shit over there.
It's just a chicken nugget.
You know what I had a revelation too yesterday?
What happened?
We were eating all the pizzas and shit. And like they had a margarita pizza, and I just realized that a margarita pizza is just a lazy ass pizza.
Hell yeah. But they named it fancy, so like they make up for it.
Right? They tried they threw a margarita in there, and I don't even know what part of it is even the same as a margarita. Where did they even get that from?
No idea.
Right? But it's literally like somebody tried to make a pizza, and somebody just told them like, yeah, pizzas are pretty simple, it's just cheese, tomatoes, bread, and they just took that shit to heart. And it's like, yo, I'll just put the fucking tomato and put some mozzarella on there and bake that shit, and there we go. That's the pizza.
It's crazy, man. Is I've gotten, I guess I'm just a snob at this point now, that just like when my job orders like, oh, we're gonna order lunch, and they get like Barro's pizza or something, whatever, I just don't touch it, dude. I just come to that point where I'm just not. I'm just
that's New York bougie right there, fam.
And I don't care, and I accept it fully, and I wear it on my sleeve. Like you can't.
I feel like that's too much. If you're doing too much, bro.
It's not though, because like I don't need to eat. I'm living fine without the pizza. It's just like,
nah, I think you're doing too much.
I'm not, because I don't need to eat pizza, bro, unless I'm home.
To me, pizza, like, right, New York pizza is the best, right? And you got Chicago pizza, but pizza in itself got a high floor. You know what I mean? Like the trashiest pizza you ever gonna get is still
DiGiorno.
Right, but the trashiest pizza you ever gonna eat is still like not terrible. Like it's a high floor food, like burgers. Like it's very hard to fuck up a burger. Like a burger got a pretty high floor, dog.
I can understand that, yes, but there's also a factor of like I just don't need to have the pizza. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying like it's pizza or die. It's not like, yo, I'm not gonna eat today. I had food I brought to work. There was they brought me a salad.
I get that, but like you turn down free food because of that shit.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't need it. It's just like I want
to be a broke boy out here, fam. Broke boys don't turn down free food. You know this. That's like a code. That's written. That's the first rule.
Yeah, but bougie over broke.
No.
Listen, no.
Number one rule: you don't turn down free food.
That's true, but also Broke Boy Diaries. I make one meal last the whole week, because I bring that shit and flesh it out the whole week, and I was snacking on my meal prep, dog, getting my body right. So
right before you had like 18 burgers last weekend.
Hey man, whose side are you on? I'm trying to get back. I'm getting my way back from this car accident.
There you go. That's when I'm like, yo, bro, you can't. Like again, I'm with you, bro. Barrows is type trash, but like if they bring me free Barrows, I'm eating the fucking Barrows, bro.
I ate the salad. I didn't touch the pizzas.
You know what I mean? Like if they bring me free pizza from almost anywhere, I'm gonna eat it because it's free. And then pizza had pizza's probably the only food. Like I'm trying to think of all the other food that got high ceiling. You got pizza, you got burgers, tacos got a pretty high ceiling. Katie, thanks for the interjection. Burritos, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. If someone dropped off like, yo, I made sushi, you're like, eh.
Nah, that's the wide variance on a sushi, bro.
Yeah, you're not getting sushi out of a vending machine.
Nah, you can get some trash sushi, B. Well, let me try to think. What else has had a high ass floor? I guess chicken in general as a food probably got a high floor. You know what I mean? Wings. You can get some shitty wings, but they still got a high floor. You know what I mean?
I've been to plenty of wing places where I'm like, dude, the only saving grace is the sauce. You know, like if you took the sauce away, the chicken itself is trash.
Right. That's what puts it at a high floor. You know what I
mean?
It's never gonna be. I'm never gonna have. I can't imagine myself having wings so bad that I don't actually eat them.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
You gotta be pretty hungry or not hungry.
Right. Like that. Pasta dishes. For the most part.
No, you can fuck pasta up easily.
How, like with the noodles?
It just the noodle to sauce ratio.
I probably still fuck with it. I don't know,
bro. As you said, mac and cheese could be fucked up.
Oh yeah, no, mac and cheese got a wide variance. People fuck that shit up all the time.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, any Jewish food, I'm not trusting it unless somebody Jewish make it.
High end black food, nope. That shit ain't. Cause you know somebody will fuck that up. Hot dogs got a low ass floor and not a very high ceiling, but that's my take on hot dogs.
But hey, I tell you what, shouts to
cookies. Cookies definitely got a high floor.
Kosher hot dogs or die, honestly.
Ice cream got a high floor.
Haagen-Dazs or die.
Yeah, but like if you had like even like that fucking, you remember like the ice cream you get in like the big ass bucket they get for like fucking
birthday parties?
Yeah, the big ass bucket of ice cream, like that still hits because it's ice cream.
Yeah, but yeah,
ice cream, bro.
Here's a power move if you're feeling brazy. Take that bucket and say I've never done this before. Take the bucket, rip the shit off. Take a 2-liter root beer and pour that bitch in there.
Oh, in the whole bucket?
In the whole bucket and bucket up.
That's wild. That's some wild. I don't like root beer or the root beer float shit. So I'm not
about root beer floats. Tough.
You fuck with floats like in general?
Root beer floats. Oh yeah.
Nah, see, I feel like that's just that shit was extra, B. Who was like, yo, you know what this sugary ass soda needs? Some ice cream.
That's when I'm like, yo, I'm a proud American. They're like,
we should have called that shit diabetic soup, Mike G.
What do you claim in America? Root beer floats.
Damn.
But crazy. Hey, man, I think we've made it to our burn favorite time of the week. What you been bumping, dog? I've been in the gym heavy trying to get this weight back, trying to burn off these 10 cheeseburgers per Saturday I eat.
There you go.
You know me, dude. I'm on repeat on Pandora. I'll throw on the Kanye channel. The Migos channel's lit every now and
then. So wait, what's the?
Recently, I'm inspired by shouts to Wiz, dude. He's out here getting his body right. He's in the gym, getting big. I dubbed it Wiz Khalifa.
Oh shit! Is he actually? Because I feel like he's just wild skinny.
No, he's actually.
I can't imagine him getting buff.
Dude, check his Insta, bro. He's getting big. He's in the gym boxing and shit. Shouts to Wiz. I'm a bump. Song of the week is, it is Capital by Wiz Khalifa.
Damn. Capital. Have you heard of the Captain one? That shit bangs too.
Oh my bad, Captain, not Capital. Captain.
Okay.
Captain.
I didn't know if it was the same shit. So, but it was okay. Cool. My songs of the week. You remember that XXXTentacion dude?
Yeah,
XX extension cord.
Yeah, that liked us on fucking Twitter. Shouts to the brand.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he didn't follow us. He liked us though. Remember, I tweeted something and he liked us.
That's fucking crazy, but it's wild because he's probably a terrible person. And like, I don't know, like there's rumors that he beat up his baby moms or something like that, but like nobody's proved it or nobody knows. So he's probably a shitty person. But then like I saw people on Twitter that like he dropped an album that was actually good, and people were mad about it because they were like, this dude probably sucks, but he actually had like a good song, so people were torn on him. But like I listened to the album, and like he got a song called Sad that is like really good. Yeah, he's just fucking terrible. And he has a song called Moonlight that's good. Like I don't know how terrible this person is, so I don't know if I can endorse saying like go listen to his shit. But I mean, if not, you can go check out Trouble. Like he had a whole album with Mike Will Made It, and that shit bangs. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but definitely check that shit out. It's called the fuck is the name of that album? I know it's Trouble and Mike Will made it, and like the name of the album is like something side or hold on, let me check it out.
It circles back to what we were talking about though. Shit, if he just sticks to music and we don't want to hear about his public side, just stick to music, my G.
I guess, but it's like hard to do that shit sometimes. I mean, like I can't watch anything with Kevin Spacey anymore. You know what I mean? Or Bill Cosby. I can't watch fucking Cosby Show anymore.
Mel Gibson's been way off my list, G.
Oh yeah, he's fucking terrible. I don't know how this dude's out here which almost winning Oscars and shit. Oh yeah, that Trouble album's called Edgewood. There we go.
All right, bet.
But yeah, those are my songs of the week. But yo, I guess you just wrapped up volume 30. Hopefully we got some more like special episodes coming up. I'm gonna try to get some homies on here, a beer expert, try to get Trav on here to do some special pods in the future. But like as always, if you fuck with us, subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, check us out on SoundCloud, obviously. Leave comments, leave reviews, tell homies about us, tell your mom, tell your grandmammy. But yeah, you got anything else to say?
Shouts to Eric Sports or Eric Rosenthal. He reached out via Twitter talking about possibly pushing the brand, pushing the wave a little bit heavier. So yeah, shouts to them. Shouts to the dudes that debate the slate. They show love every now and then. Dom and Garrett. They got to get us on there, bro. They be getting new guests every week, and they have like 6 viewers. So I bet you we can get a little bit more than that for them. So shouts to that. But other than that, man, Ty, I want to thank you for putting up with me for all these weeks. Episode 30, that's crazy, bro. We're gonna just keep going. So for the haters, sorry, we not going nowhere. But yeah, man. Thanks to you. It's a kid JB could have been right last week.
Nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere. Can't be stopped now.
Yeah, bucket up boys for life or whatever. We out.
Yeah, we out.
Yeah.